Y'all know you love my intro music. That's what's up. Oh, welcome everybody to Let's Get Nerdy. It is my show once a week, usually in the morning on Wednesdays, but I switched it up thinking maybe I should help those in the future, as I like to call them. Those of you in Australia, New Zealand, that sort of thing. So it is an off hour. Usually I do the live show Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Plus I did an Instagram training with my girl Jen Herman this morning in the membership. But today I just couldn't wait. I couldn't wait one more week, one more day, one more hour to tell you about how I have been producing massive amounts of content with the help of Jarvis. You're probably like, Kelly, what the heck is Jarvis? Is this your new boyfriend? Shh, don't tell my husband. No, Jarvis is artificial intelligence. It is badassery at its best. And if you are a marketer, if you are a social media marketer, a chat marketer, if you're a small business, if you're trying to produce content, all kinds of content, we're going to go through all kinds of content. This thing is bananas. But I'm going to show you not only what the little things that you can do with this platform, I'm also going to show you my process for how I have been pumping out blog content at hyper speed. If you've been paying attention to my Medium blog, my website blog, we're talking like 1,500 words, 2,500 word blog posts. I've done a couple of smaller, 800 word blog posts just to sprinkle it in. I'm also in the process of writing an ebook. I'm up to 9,000 words right now, and I've only been starting to write it about 2 days ago, and I only work on it a little bit every day. So, it's crazy, and it's called boss mode. I know y'all better be excited. Some of you might be like, I'm just here because I think Kelly's cool. And some of you, you're here because you know that this is going to blow your socks off. So yes, I got Doc Rock in the house. Doc, I got to tell you, I'm constantly using this sound.
Caliente.
I wish it were a little louder. I'm going to have to go back and adjust it, but
Caliente.
Jarvis is caliente, and so we might be using that one. It's also magical, and those of you know I have the magical sound. So let's jump into it because I have like an hour and 15 minutes. It's not good. Hopefully it won't take an hour and 15 minutes. I have a meeting with ManyChat following this live stream, but I want to show you my process because I know a lot of people who have, if you're someone who has already tested Jarvis out and you've tested boss mode, maybe you did it with the free trial, maybe you have the paid version and you're like, I don't know how the heck people are writing content. I get it. Because I was you. And then I took time, I created my own process. Listen, there's probably 1,000 people, content creators out there using Jarvis that have their own process. I'm gonna show you mine today, and we're gonna walk step by step, and I'm gonna show you how I've been writing massive amounts of content. Like, my mind is blown. Yes, Doc, it's my spirit animal too. It's like, it's not beast mode, it's boss mode, okay? Y'all ready? So I'm gonna jump into Jarvis right now. And of course, here's a couple call to actions for you. Share this out. Share it out. Tell people about this live video because I guarantee you what you're going to learn today is not only going to blow your mind. I mean, you might want to keep it a secret and like charge people for articles and stuff now. Hey, you do you, boo. But if you are someone who wants to share the love, not only the love that I'm producing for you for free, but also because it's worth sharing. It's bananas. It's so cool. Okay, one other thing really quick before I get too far ahead. If you want to try what I'm about to show you off for free, there is a link in the description. It is stellar.tips/AI. You're going to get 7-day free trial and 10,000 free credits. Oh my gosh, you guys. Are you ready? Y'all better be ready. I want to see some hearts. I want to see some comments. People are watching from YouTube. We're watching from Facebook. Let's jump into it. Oh, wrong one. Oh, yeah, you don't need to see that. We need to see that. All right. So, friends, like legit, I need to see your comments. Okay. Legit right now. This is the desktop for Jarvis, or as it was named previously, Conversation.ai. They've recently rebranded. And this dashboard is really worthless, to be honest. I mean, I really could care less. I mean, you can see that I've generated, since getting into boss mode, this is since boss mode, look at this. My output is ridiculous. 23,000 words, 29,000 words. really quick, let me just, I need to adjust this really quick. I apologize. Hold on. I got to tell you what I'm doing. I need to be able to see your comments, because if I can't see what your questions are, then we're going to have a problem. So I need to adjust something real quick, like, if you don't mind. If you don't mind. I'm going to do that. Okay, that should do it. Now y'all ready. Let's do it. Hello. All right. I'm going to move you. Oh, it's still doing it. Dang it. It's all right. So how many of you, while I'm messing around with this to get my comments over here so I can see what you're saying, how many of you are actually already using artificial intelligence like Jarvis to write your copy? Tell me if you are new to it. Where are you at? Are you using this program? Are you confused? What questions do you have? Let's get into it. So when you come in here, basically you have all these templates. The first thing I want to show you is very quickly all the things that are available to you. And then we're going to spend the bulk of our time in boss mode, because a lot of people have asked me, how are you outputting so many crazy articles? By the way, if you want to see some examples, go to my Medium. I'm Medium. This is where I post most of my stuff. Let's go look at my profile real quick. Stellar247.medium.com. Oh, did I just, that's not me. Okay, so if we go into my stories, if you go here, you're going to see these are my published stories. Oh, I guess I did. I had it scheduled out. Whoops. So I have working from home, which is a 7-minute read. So you can see this is everything here. This is all helped created by Jarvis. This one here helped created by, I say helped, I'll get to you on why it's helped. Created by Jarvis. Case study for real estate, helped with the hands of Jarvis. Save time, money with tools. Yes, that's right. Jarvis helped me with that one. It helped me with this one, and so on and so forth. I have put all of these blogs that you see here, I've written in the past 7 days, and I have even more. And I'm literally working on another one right now that I'm going to be probably putting out tomorrow. Kind of badass, y'all. Yes, the Topo Chico. Thank you. Doc just spent $20 on my super chat. Thank you, Doc, for Topo Chico, which is great because I'm down to only 3 left in my fridge. You know I love me some Topo Chico. All right, so we're going to get more into that. But if you want to check out some more examples and read through my blog so you can really get a sense, go to stellar247.medium.com. So my favorite thing besides boss mode in the blog format, which I'm going to show you my whole system, then I use this ADA framework for things like, you can see, I actually, here's another example. You see the copy that you read, the description of all the video, that wherever you are, Facebook, YouTube, the video copy for this live broadcast was written right here. This is, you can actually see the formula on your screen. I literally wrote it. Go to the history here. There's the copy. And I created this copy. I love the ADA for things like this, for the live show brief, if you will. And obviously you can adjust it. Pass is another one. Content improver, I love that one. Product description. So you can see there's a whole mess of them. We're going to use one of them today when I show you the way I do it. We could do post for your Google business page, Amazon products. If you're an Amazon seller, you work with Amazon sellers, boom, baby, boom, right? One of my favorite things, can we just take a minute? How many of you are YouTubers? For reals? Boo, come on. You're going to love this. So I could come up with video topic ideas. I do this all the time now. Video script out. It will outline your script. Then you're going to jump over after first. This is the process, right? For video script. I'm going to get my video topic idea. It's going to output like 3 or 4. I'm going to pick the one I like. Then I'm going to head over to my video script. It's going to give me an outline that I like. And then I'm going to head over to video script, hook, and introduction. So now I have my hook, my introduction, my outline, and I'm going to head over to boss mode and make it happen. That's the process for my script. I can actually script videos, and I already have several videos scripted out that I'm going to be recording, doing a new series all about chat marketing agencies and how to get started and all that. There's also SEO stuff. I've been using the SEO blog posts for all my blog posts on my websites. Bro, this is ridiculous. Can we take a moment and just like seriously caliente this?
Caliente.
because seriously. Okay, so we have our blog post stuff. There's e-commerce stuff, social media. Are you a social media manager? I was for years. One of my biggest headaches was when I had a lot of clients, I had to come up with a lot of content ideas for like Instagram posts and stuff. Check it. Photo post captions. I can actually it will output photo post captions. Okay, so these are some of the templates. I'm not going to get into each one of these because the important thing is I'm going to show you my process for using boss mode. It's going to blow your socks off, okay? So again, everyone has their own process. Some of you might do everything inside of boss mode. Some of you might do it the way I do it. I don't do everything. I will also preference this with your documents will be better if you do a couple things. Number one, groundwork. Do some homework, go out and research stats. Let me see if I can show you really quick. Let me hop back over here for a second. I have like a notepad. I want to show you. Can we show you the notepad? Let's do entire screen. Ooh, you guys, we don't want to do entire screen, do we? That's going to be, oh yeah, see, you can kind of see it here. All right, let me squeeze this over. Let's bring this one up to the front. All right, so you see this crazy document that just looks like a hot freaking mess here. This guy, right, this one. This is research for an article that I'm currently writing right now about chatbots and real estate agents. And what I'll do is this stuff, which you're going to see this process here in a second, this stuff I create with boss mode. But here's the stuff I don't create with boss mode. I go out and I get all the stats, anything I want to include. I go get everything. I don't use it all. But as I'm writing with boss mode, with Jarvis, I will be able to insert these. Do not trust Jarvis with the stats. Almost every stat that or link, if they add a link or stats, everything I've ever double checked, and definitely double check it, has been wrong or send you to a page that doesn't exist. Do that groundwork yourself. Okay, put together the outline first, and then the other tip, because I said there were two, that is going to help you create a better Jarvis experience or a better blog output, is that you are going to be able to, you need to be able to write yourself. Don't let Jarvis do everything. Be willing to take the time to make corrections. Oftentimes I'll let Jarvis write a paragraph and then I'll write a paragraph. So it's helpful if you are knowledgeable in what you're writing. It's just going to create a better output. So yes, if you put more time into it, you're going to get a better output, but it's still going to cut your time down significantly. And you guys, if you have questions, please keep them rolling in or whatever, because I'm going to need those questions. All right. So here's my process. Let's say I want to write a blog. The first thing I want to do is go up here to the blog. And I'm like, I don't know what I want to write about, right? So we're going to go to blog post topic ideas. Let's say you're starting with, I have no clue what I want to write about. I kind of feel weird that you guys don't see me right now. Is it weird that it's just my screen and you can't see me? There you go. Hi, it's me now. I know, I'm such a nerd. Okay, so hopefully my face won't get in the way. So we have, this is the blog post idea, right? So the first thing we have is your company name. I just put my company name. It could be a product, whatever. And then a little product description. So things that my company does, building chatbots, coaching, marketing, agencies, and consulting. That's just what I threw in there. Throw whatever you want in there. Audience, I'm going after marketing agencies and entrepreneurs. And the tone of voice. The tone of voice is another thing that people overlook. A lot of people will just write I write smart, or they'll leave it blank. But depending on the audience or the place, what you're creating it for. So if I'm writing it for an article that is very professional, maybe it's going into a publication, then I definitely want a professional tone. Ooh. But if it's for YouTube, then maybe friendly, or I like to do snarky or witty. Those are my favorites. You can also do famous TV characters. I could be like The Godfather, or I could be like Homer Simpson or Bob Marley. Seriously, it works. Okay, so we're gonna do witty. You could say I already have a couple of examples. These I've already done. I could do English output. You can't even see. This is the problem with having this where my head is in the way. I'm about to blow your mind. Whoop. Can you see this? Look at all the languages. Bulgarian? Are you freaking kidding me? Spanish? You know, whatever. So I'm going to do English is my input language. That's what I'm putting up right here. It's English. And my output language, I'm going to keep it English in this case because my audience is primarily English. And I'm going to just leave it there. But you can do other languages. I know. Mind blown, right? All right. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do 3 outputs. You can do more if you want. And we're going to generate that content. So remember, the first step is we need some ideas. So 10 reasons why chatbots are not suitable for enterprise businesses. I don't really like that one. 7 strategies to grow your marketing agency and how to use chatbots for lead gen. Let's do this one because why not? So I'm going to take this. And as I mentioned before, you don't see it because it's the way that I have my screen sharing. But I actually opened up, let's do it this way so that you see what I'm doing at all times. We're going to just create a doc. This is going to help you create a better output, okay? I'm just creating like my throw all. That's where I'm going to put all my, again, if you did some groundwork, you're going to go put all your statistics in this document. Here's my title, all that good stuff. Then we're going to roll back over here. We're going to go back to my dashboard. I'm going to go back to my templates. Now I can go to templates and I could say, hey, write me an outline. Or let's just go to boss mode. I know y'all want to go to boss mode, right? So we're going to either go to documents or you can click on blog post assistant. Both of those are going to take you to a boss mode. So you can do a blog post workflow. I don't do that. Or you can go start from scratch. That's what we go do. So we can put our title in here. You don't have to fill in that stuff on the side. This stuff that you can barely see because my screen is way too small. You don't have to fill this out, and you can fill it out and you can hide it. I don't want Jarvis to even look at it, okay? But you can obviously put it in there. Now, I can also put my content brief in here, or I could tell Jarvis to do it for me. Now, here's something you all need to know. You should spend some time in the pro tips. Look at this. I don't use these short codes like ever, so whatevs, but we do have these shortcuts. These are important. The Command J is the same as clicking this purple button. This is like, hey, Jarvis, write some content for me, okay? Then if I want to tell Jarvis to do something, not just write content, but like do this specific things, and this will make more sense in a second. We're going to do Command Enter, or if you're on a Mac like me, we're going to do Command Return, okay? And then we have some fancier stuff that I'm not even going to worry about right now. And then the cheat sheet. Y'all, come on now. You know they hooked you up. Look at this. It's actually telling you what you can tell Jarvis to do. Like, here's some examples. Write some blog post title ideas. Write a content brief. This is exactly the one. We're just going to cheat. They make it easy. Why not? Paste it in there. All right, we're going to close this out. Watch. I'm going to take my 7 strategies for growing your marketing agency. We're going to put it for topic or title. And then this is the command. Write a content brief about 7 strategies to grow your marketing agency. Are you guys ready to have your mind blown? Great. I'm going to hit Command Return, Command Enter. Oh no, it didn't do the whole thing. Well, it just did it. Look at this. You guys, wait till it's done. Your marketing agency may be doing great on the small scale, but as soon as you get to a certain size, it can start feeling like you're swimming upstream. There are plenty of things you could do to grow your business and make more money. Here are some strategies that work well for many agencies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It did not finish the sentence. What do we do, class, when we want Jarvis to write more? We go over here and we hit Command J, purple button, or Command J on our keyboard, and it's going to watch. Keep writing. Word. That's pretty freaking amazing, isn't it? Look, 7. Okay, something else I want to show you is the output length. You have shorter output, which is going to produce less, medium, which is what you're seeing right now, or longer, which, believe it or not, is what I usually use. Now, for this set, I'm just doing an outline. I would use medium. But if I start writing the blog itself, which I'll show you in a second, we're going to go longer. Okay, so let's go through these. I want you to see what's being written here because we might want to change it, right? Don't just, again, you are the human here. You're the boss. Focus on identifying key accounts. Okay, well, I'm not sure what that means. Let's see if Jarvis can explain. Let's say, write about focus on identifying. You don't even have to do this, honestly. You could just hit the Command J, but whatever. Key accounts. Command Return. Okay, and then this is what happens sometimes. This is why you have to just know what you're doing. See, it's gonna just keep writing. We don't care about any of this stuff. Boop, just delete it. So it just created some more stuff. Now you notice I just deleted a whole bunch of stuff. This is also why I do the following. If you are finding that Jarvis is not writing enough content for you, like you wanna write a really long blog post, right? Then what you wanna do, go back to your little document, paste it all in, and we're going to go one at a time. All right, so first of all, I'm going to take this brief, go back to Jarvis. We're going to enter the brief here. You could put your keywords in here, which I will. Marketing agency, English output, boom. Okay, so then I'm going to delete everything else except for this stuff. Now you could do this two ways. Let me explain something to you real quick. Let me explain something to you real quick, like, but go back here. Okay, so there are so many ways to do this, and I do this different ways every time depending on what type of blog post or article. If I want to write an ebook, for instance, I'm writing a really long document, then what I'm gonna do is create a document, a boss mode document for each one of my outlined objects. So instead of writing the whole document, the whole article, blog post, book, whatever inside of Jarvis, I am actually going to take pieces in another document. And I'm gonna be honest with you, usually it's not a Google document. That's kind of just my trash folder. That's where I keep all my stuff, just like I showed you my little notebook. I actually do this in Grammarly. And I'll show you in a little bit that process. So if I want a longer, cleaner output, then I'm going to actually take my outline, and I'm going to treat each outline as its own post document, like as if they're going to write an entire blog post about just that one outline item. Does that make sense? I'm going to need you to confirm, because this is kind of confusing. So if you're finding that you're writing the whole blog post inside of the boss mode document, but it's like outputting stuff, or you're not getting enough out of it, and you're like, I know we could go deeper, I know we could write more, then what you should be doing, excuse me, is you should be taking each item and you should be creating a topic around it. I'm gonna give you an example right now, but I need y'all in the comments to tell me we on the same wavelength, or you're like, yo, you lost me, Kelly. I don't get it, you lost me. I'm gonna need you to talk to me in the comments. I know there's a delay. All right, so back on my screen, here we are. So let me show you an example of this. I need to open up Grammarly because I am writing like the master ninja document here. Let's see, look at this one. This is the book that I'm writing right now. I am currently at, I don't even know how many words. It's not showing me the word count off the bat. Just under 10,000 words, like 56,000 characters. So this eventually will be much longer. I will actually couple it with another document that I'm writing, but I just paste it all in here. I haven't even gone through and edited everything, but look, first I wrote the introduction in Jarvis. So first thing I focused on was just this section. I just wanted Jarvis to focus on this. So I did the outline. The outline is, in fact, let me show you something really quick. Go back over here and let me show you my, okay, so here you go. This is my document. Let's see, Here we go, how to start an agency. That 9,500 word document is based off of this trash document. Well, not really trash, but this document. So I have introduction, which I just used Jarvis just to write my introduction. And then I would go in and say, I want you to just write about this thing, this one thing. So then I would go to Jarvis and I would say, Jarvis, I want you to just write about naming your agency. Our topic is naming your agency, and I want you just to write about that. So instead, and please let me know if you're not following me. So instead of saying, Jarvis, write me an article, through the outline of how to set up your agency for the first time. And it just inputs a little bit. So it becomes kind of like maybe an 800-word blog post or something. But I'm writing a book, right? I want it to be long. I want it to be in-depth and detailed. Then I'm going to take each outline item and create its own document, because that makes Jarvis focus on the one thing I want him to focus on. I hope that this is making sense to you. All right. I'm going to just check really quick. We got it. Yes. Good. Ooh, girl, Grammarly X is my shiz. Yeah, see, we're going to really get nerdy. Run that one by me again. Okay, I know. It's a lot. That actually makes sense. Okay, so the difference is, it's a difference between, do I want to just write, let me show you again. Like, let's go into a couple of differences just from stuff I've written. All right, so the one that I would write, everything in, the outline was made in one document in Jarvis. Everything was written in one document, would be like this one. Companies should fall in love with chatbots. I wrote this entire thing in one document, and it's really not that long. You can see it's a pretty straightforward. We have our outline items. It writes, excuse me, under each one. I add these images, obviously. Jarvis doesn't do that. Okay, so it's a short 5-minute read. But the ones that you know that I've taken the time to like separate everything out and use Grammarly or Google Docs or whatever to like then kind of start puzzle piecing it in, those are going to be things like, let's go to published. This one. This one is one of those that I like separated out. So you'll see that the output is going to be a lot longer and more detailed. See, look, it's still going in one section still. And then use cases. And then it's going to go through pretty detailed use cases and do tons of case studies. And then future. So you see what I mean? It's longer. So when we're creating our documents, you can do it 2 ways, depending on the output you want. I'm just telling you this because I think a lot of people are getting frustrated with Jarvis because we're like, you know, trying to create the whole thing inside of one Jarvis, and it's not giving us enough output. And so that's how you fix it. But if you just want, like, maybe you have a client who just wants like a 500-word document, write the whole dang thing in here. Okay. So let's get back to it. If I can find that document we were working on. That's all right. Let's start a new one real quick. Watch how quickly I can come up with a new thing. Right. You guys, here. You guys give me something you want me to write about, something in the marketing world, because how about live broadcasting? Write about write an outline. Let's do this, right? A blog outline about the benefits of, let's say doing YouTube videos, because I like YouTube for your business. Ready? We're going to do what? Command return, command enter. If you're on a Mac, it's return. Let's make the magic happen. Boop, 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 do, 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 do. I think we need magic. That was pretty magical. Yes. All right, so we have our outline. Keep the videos that, create videos that are interesting and engaging. Use video keywords to find an audience. Make sure the content is relevant and helpful. Include a call to action. Encourage viewers with a follow, comment, like, share system. On YouTube, keep it short. People have short attention spans. I don't know if I believe that one. Let's make him write another one. Compose. I would say keep it as long as it needs to be. Make sure your videos are optimized for mobile viewing. I agree with that. So obviously, I have experience on YouTube. I could go in here and be like, no, Jarvis, you're not a YouTube expert. But there you go. So I can actually go in and write this, right? So let's pretend for a second that I want to use this outline that Jarvis has given me. Here, we're going to do it all inside this document and not take it out, because you already know if you wanted to take it out. I mean, I can literally write an entire document about just creating videos that are interesting and engaging, right? So we could make this like the longest, we could write a book on these topics, right? So obviously this is how to be awesome at YouTube. What do you think? I just named it. That was me. Usually I would like have Jarvis do it, but whatever. So let's make Jarvis write about creating videos that are interesting and engaging. I'm going to say write a paragraph about how to create videos that are interesting and engaging. Now, by the way, if you are new to watching this live video, you just tuned in and you haven't heard this yet, a better document output will be if you go and research stats and those little tidbits that you want to absolutely include. So at this point, I would probably think like, what's a great stat that supports this, right? And I'm going to figure out where I can enter that. And I'm going to write my own ditty, and then I'm going to let Jarvis write some ditty, and then we'll like teamwork it. We're going to be like, tag team this, right? Does that make sense? So we don't want Jarvis to do everything unless you really freaking hate writing. So whatever. All right, command return, command enter. Oh, it did it again. So this is, if you're finding, okay, no, it's actually saying this is what you do to engage with your YouTubers. Okay. So now you can see, bring it up here, why I would use a different document. So watch what is happening. I'm going to take this whole thing out. This is actually my process. This is actually how I do it. I hope I'm not confusing you guys. I'm going to delete this one. We're going to start over with this document that we're creating. All right, so the topic is create video. This is the #1 thing, except we don't want these to really be numbered because it's not numbered, right? These are the subcategories, if that makes sense. So I am going to actually go in here. We're going to go back to Jarvis. We're going to make this the topic. I'm going to make this the title. Create videos that are interesting and engaging. I'm going to go down to long, and we're going to say compose. It's writing for me, by the way. Okay, see? It's still writing. Okay, now I want it to keep writing, so I'm going to hit compose again. It's still going. Okay, you guys, I'm up to like 250 words. Obviously, if I wasn't on a live with you right now, I would be reading as I go and like making changes, but we're just going to keep going. And you have to pay attention because Jarvis does get snooty sometimes. It gets a little vulgar even sometimes. So you have to be really careful with that, okay? All right, so there you go. It gave me some output. I'm not going to read it. It's probably not as good as it could be if I took the time. But again, I'm just showing you. So here's what I'm going to do. Stop. We're going to take all this out. Topic 1, boom. There's topic 1. Now we're going to go get topic 2. Do I like this topic? Sometimes I don't like the topic. Like Jarvis will give me an outline and I'm like, yo, I don't think that I like some of these things, but because I know my topic better than Jarvis, I can change that. You are allowed to change your outline, right? So I'm actually not going to use that keyword one, but I am going to make your content. Okay, so we're going to go back to Jarvis. We are literally going to delete everything because we've just put it into a different document. This is what I was talking about. This is like literally the process. Except usually I'm putting it into, what do you call it? Grammarly. Make sure the YouTube, we're going to add YouTube because we want Jarvis to know this is about YouTube because again, we are starting a new document to get more output. Content is relevant and helpful for your target audience. Make sure. So we're going to say, we're just going to go down and we're going to let Jarvis do his thing. It's just going. The keyword how to in the past tense format has been overexploited by marketers who have yet to understand the implications of using this word within their content. I don't believe that at all. So I'm going to delete it. Okay. So if there's things that you just don't like, you're like, Jarvis, you're drunk. Stop it. Just delete it and like do it again or reformat. You see, he's doing some weird stuff because he's pissed at me. So, and this is totally normal. This is why it takes more time to output stuff, right? Okay, make content, how to. If you're finding that Jarvis is giving you a lot of bullshit and it's just frustrating you, sometimes you just need to turn the program off and come back. I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just saying that is necessary sometimes because Jarvis is going to be creating all kinds of stuff. Usually I don't have a big problem with it because I do separate things out and I come pretty prepared usually. How to create YouTube content that is, and then we're actually going to change this. We're going to put this here. Sometimes also things that help is I can actually say, write me a list of things you can do to make relevant content for YouTube. And we're going to do Command Enter, which is basically telling Jarvis to do this thing for me. Okay. You see what we just did here? Now I'm going to take all this and I'm going to make it my brief. And then I'm going to go down here and I'm going to compose. We'll see what he does. You never know what he's going to do, especially when you're live. So it's taking a minute because I've just given Jarvis a lot of new stuff. So I'm going to go through the comments while he does his work. Let's see. I have Grammarly. It's great. Does Jarvis output to Google Docs? It does not. Melody wanted to know if Jarvis outputted it to Google Docs. It doesn't. You have to kind of copy and paste. And honestly, right now I'm kind of showing you how I bring it over into Google Docs, but generally I'm doing it in here. I'm like putting everything in Grammarly. So like here's one that I'm working on. Why, I think this is the one that I'm literally writing right now, or I just produced this one. Why companies should fall in love with chatbots. I literally was like, okay, this is a really straightforward one. This is the one I told you I wrote the whole thing in Jarvis. So I just basically pasted it in here, and then I go through here, I correct everything, and then I will also do the plagiarism check. It's going to check for me as we're still waiting for Jarvis to do his thing. Everything's working on overtime. Look, no plagiarism. I mean, I already ran it through, but there you go. Okay. Damn it, Jarvis, you're being difficult. We're going to go purple button. See, it's because I've been working too much in here, and now he's mad at me. It's all right. Stop. And this is why I always take things into a separate document. Okay, so I want to say describe how to design a marketing strategy. I can make sure I'm writing this correctly. Command return. Hopefully he does it instead of bullet points. He keeps giving me bullet points, so it's fine. All right. He's just being difficult at this moment. It's because I have this damn brief in here. Compose. You're killing me, Jarvis. I apologize. He's not usually this difficult with me. It's always when you want to do something live. All right. Well, I'm going to stop with this. We're going to get out real quick. And I'm going to show you a couple other tricks, and then we'll come back and play with it some more. All right. So really quickly, let me jump in here and remove Melody from the center of my thing. Thank you. Yeah, this is a great tip. All right. Command plus with the little thing to make Jarvis rephrase what he wrote. Very good. Thank you. Write me a paragraph. All right, let's try it. Write me a paragraph on how to design a marketing strategy. Command return. There you go. Thank you. Doc Rock in the house. Okay. Thank you, Doc. There it goes. And he wants to keep writing, so we're going to let him keep writing. Still, let's keep going. Now, if you're like, okay, we could stop soon, you could just make the input shorter. All right, so I'm actually going to take this out. Again, I'm not reading this right now, but if I wanted to read it, I could absolutely keep reading it. So this was item number 1. We're going to put that above here. Boop, like that. I'll even make that H2. And E10, he wrote all about that. And now we're going to say, Jarvis, I want you to write me a paragraph about ways to research and brainstorm YouTube video topics that are interesting to my audience. Command return. Seriously? I don't know where he's getting Shopify from. Okay, it's so weird. This is why I like to take each item and only do one item at a time. Ways to research or brainstorm YouTube. Okay, here we go. Researching topics is important to determine what you will discuss in your videos. You should take into consideration the desired income of compose. It's going to keep writing. So there is some finagling, obviously, when you're writing this, but with the right finesse and organization, you can absolutely output a ton of content. I mean, as you could see, so quickly. Look, develop the content with an outline or a script. I actually really love this idea of continuing this. So I'm actually going to keep this one. We're gonna make this 2, and then he's gonna keep writing about it. Compose, Command J, just continue to write. You guys tell me if you've got the point and you don't want me to keep writing, and I'll show you the next thing. Okay, we're gonna actually take that out. All right, so we have, as you can see, content output here. And you get an idea of what this is going to look like, right? So I'm going to actually just take out these first 3. Let's say I'm done writing. But maybe I'm not done. Maybe let's pretend that I only wanted 3 things. So I want to say, okay, we need a closing paragraph. I'm going to say, write a conclusion paragraph to the above content. So you literally just tell Jarvis what you want Jarvis to do. And look, they even have a call to action. All right, so now we're like, okay, this was awesome. That's my blog post. I can even do an intro blog post or an intro to the stuff, but you get the idea. We're gonna go to Grammarly. This is the process, this is exactly how I do it. I'm gonna just paste that in there. I'm gonna say, what are my goals? My goal is to be knowledgeable, neutral, business, usually I'll go business. Tone, I like to do confident and friendly. And I like to inform, describe, and convince. Done. Now Grammarly is going to do its thing. And I don't know if you guys have ever used Grammarly before. There's a free version, but if you want to use this, you need paid. I have dyslexia. I don't just say that. I know a lot of people out there just say, oh, I have dyslexia. Ooh, it's a joke. It's not a joke for me. I literally was diagnosed. I had to go through therapy as a kid. So I have dyslexia, which means I also am horrible at spelling. So Grammarly is a lifesaver. I use it all the time for like everything. All right, a marketing strategy is an integral. Ooh, I like that word. Okay, so watch this. It's so cool. Watch how I underline this. It's actually going to rewrite my sentences. Now, as we go through this, I don't know if you see this up here. It's calculating up here in this corner. Right now, it's at 79% readability. Doc, I'm going to take you off screen. You're up. You're famous. You're awesome. Okay, so I'm just going to go through really quick, start building, start making a mark. Oh, I like building. You see what I mean? Most of these I ignore. So it's rephrasing. Watch as my calculation keeps going up and up. There, I just went to 72. So as I make changes, it's going to take me higher and higher and higher, right? Okay, you get the idea. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that all here. I'm also going to go to my plagiarism. It's going to check for plagiarism. Sometimes you'll get like 1%. I've been told by a couple people like Grammarly doesn't do a good job with plagiarism checks. I don't know why they think that, but I mean, there's so many tools out there that you can use to check for plagiarism. So you can see it's saying a marketing strategy is an integral part of your that's 9%. Elements of making top employee training programs. I don't think that that's going to be a problem. 1% are not a problem. So I'm going to go through and make sure we don't have anything higher than that. 2% is about Amazon listings. Obviously, that's not related. Okay, you get the idea now, right? Okay, so once I'm happy with this, I then take it over into Medium or your website. I've done both. And post your blog. You know, like obviously go through and make it look nice, add images. I use Unsplash for all that, but you get the idea. So Jarvis does amazing things. Let me show you some of the things, how chatbots are in, so like this is just the outline. You can see it's very messy, but here's my content brief, all that good stuff. So the document itself may end up being just messy, but that's not like you use the document, the Jarvis boss mode document, to like move things into Grammarly, into a different document where you can then like make it really amazing. So then what you end up with are things like, let me show you. Oh, wait, can't show you there. We'll show you. We'll show you here. You love it when I sing to you. All right, so let's go back to my Medium. By the way, this article was published in one of the published things, Chatbot Life. I got a lot of stuff published. So you, again, please go through. It looks like someone followed. Thanks, Colin. You could go through, check out stellar247.medium.com. And let's see, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The last 7 articles were written with the help of Jarvis. Now, Jarvis doesn't write everything for me, and you'll get my point of view, and you probably saw in the demo, I don't have Jarvis write everything. I do adjust, and it does take time, but it creates so much content that I'm able to create these longer form content pieces. Like, a 9-minute read is quite a big, it's over 1,200 words. That's quite a big document. So they're fantastic. The other thing I wanted to show you, when you are ready to post this to your website, let's go back to our dashboard, or the template, sorry. Oh man, I made it so big. Then you want to go to SEO, and you want to go to SEO blog post. And this is the blog post I literally just posted to my website. Then I can go through and create the metadata. Now, are you wondering, like, what the heck are you talking about, Kelly? What is this metadata? Let me show you. So this is my WordPress site. We're going to go to posts. I'll show you the last one I did. We're going to go, why do companies, let's go to this one, edit. Why companies should fall in love with chatbots? Something else I wrote in Jarvis, right? So there's the document. This SEO thing right here. I have this SEO thing. And I have my meta description, my title, were all created with Jarvis. So Jarvis is helping me with my meta description. I can also use Jarvis to help me with other things that pertain to getting people to go to that blog. Now, here are some ideas. I'm going to give you some ideas on how you could use Jarvis, even if you're not a blog person. And again, I want to put the offer up here. If you do want to try Jarvis out for free for 7 days, go play with it. Have a ball. If you sign up, you get 10,000 free credits on me. Enjoy. But here's a couple things you can do. Obviously, you can create blog content like you saw. You can create ebooks. I already gave you that tip, right? So if you want really long format, create the outline using Jarvis or your own, just this is what I want to write about. Jarvis doesn't have to do everything. Do the research in terms of all the stats, keep it in a side document so you can kind of bring it over as needed. And then create a document for every topic or every chapter, if you will. I would say every topic. And then that way Jarvis will just focus on that topic and give you a lot more content output, okay? So you could do ebooks or regular books. I mean, people are doing that right now. You could do scripts for your YouTube videos. I've done quite a few of those. If you want to get into podcasting or you are a podcaster, you can create the scripts. You could do social media posts. So there's so many things here, but from a content marketer standpoint, like this is a magical unicorn, and it gives you ideas. Like you saw in the very beginning, if you missed it, go back and watch at the beginning. I literally was like, here's my company, here's what I do. What should I write about? And it gave me a list, right? So there's just so many great features here. It's kind of amazing. So I see you have questions, and thank God we have Doc up in the crew today because he's helping answer a lot of those questions. Yes, Jarvis is formerly known as, let me put you up here, conversation.ai. Please use my link though, stellar.tips/AI. If you're going to try it out and you haven't signed up yet. Is the same program you had in class a while back? Yes, Doc has been using this a while. And he says, yes, sir. All right. Is Jarvis making the article? I don't understand. Shouldn't we be making content for humans by humans? No, that's what I'm saying. Okay. At first, I didn't really care for this idea because I was like, humans are not needed anymore. But what I'm trying to explain to you guys is that Jarvis is not just creating content and you're just using it. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there doing that, but the best output is when you are an expert in the field and you can make adjustments. So when you're looking at the articles that I'm sending you to, and I hope you do take time to at least scan some of those articles, when you read it, it reads like I would write it because I am teaming up with Jarvis. I am doing the research, creating the outline, I am constructing, I'm deleting, I'm redoing it, but it makes my output so much longer. So an article that would have taken me all day to create is taking me less than an hour, right? Like a 2,500 word or 1,500 word document. And you saw how fast it will output. So if you're helping it, it's going to be better. Absolutely, it's going to be better. Robots are taking over. I'm scared. All right, question. So you used a bulleted outline and then let Jarvis expand bullets. I do use a bulleted outline. I've also done other things where I have my document, like I could show you like all my notes. Let me just show you my notes because seriously, it's easier. Oops, I have to unlock it. Hold on one second. All right, let's go back to my, where are you? I have so many things. Okay, you see my bad boy of notes here. All right, so these are my notes. Let's start with, check out this. This is a YouTube thing that I did, right? Okay, so hook. Here's the hook that Jarvis gave me. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 7 steps that will help you save money in your business. Introduction, and it gives me the introduction. And the body content. We're gonna cover these couple of steps. And then I also created a poll. Using Jarvis, I came up with a poll. They do have a template for that. That I will post to YouTube when I release this video. So there you go. Here is another outline. Find out what your client needs. Network with other business industry. Create a new marketing campaign. Offer free workshops or webinars. So this one was about how to grow, like get your first clients, basically. It's a chapter in my ebook that I'm writing. So I had Jarvis actually create this outline, and then I just put it in my trash folder or my little messy notes here. And then I just take over one at a time. So sometimes I can absolutely put this in the brief, the whole thing, and let Jarvis do his thing. But it depends on how in depth you want the information. That's kind of the point I'm trying to make you. So how to start a marketing agency. Here's the things that you need to go under. So what is a legal entity? We have a whole bunch of stuff. 10 ways to be productive in a home office. That's the one I just released today. So you could see, again, Jarvis helped me come up with this whole thing. He helped me come up with the title. He helped me come up with the outline. And then I just put it in this folder. And then I went back and created a document. And I just kind of like moved through it. How to improve your company chatbot. This one hasn't even been created yet. So this is actually a blog that I'm considering writing. I came up with the title because it's something I want to write about. And I put my stats in here. So this is just the beginning of my setup, my formula, the way I do things, title, and then I'm going to go, depending on how in-depth, this will be a much more in-depth blog post. It'll be one of my longer ones because I'm going to give examples and stuff. So I went out and I researched stats, and then I'll also need to go in and put some other stuff, and then I'll start writing. So I do my research first. And then here's the one that I'm writing right now. I'm literally writing this one right now. And if you want to look at that, it's I think it might be this one. No, that one just got released. I don't know where it is. So give you an idea, but there's several ways to do it. It's just a matter of like what works best for your writing style. I like to write really detail-oriented, longer posts that have lots of data and stats because it's very tech. I'm trying to convince, right? And whenever you're trying to convince people to use a new technology like chatbots, which is the thing I'm always writing about, then I want to use a lot of data to support that, a lot of statistics and case studies. So I do a lot of pre-legwork. Not everything pre legwork. As you saw, we like literally wrote 700 words in one document in a matter of minutes. So yeah, super crazy. Question, what are the 10,000 credits good towards? Great question. When you go to sign up for Jarvis as a paid user, there's different levels. And if you're just in the beginner level, by the way, you don't get boss mode in the beginner level, but if you just want to play with the other features, I don't remember how much that one costs because I've been using boss mode since it came out, and I've been using pro for a long time. And I'm going to give you, stay tuned because I'm going to give you a ninja hack if you don't want to spend I think it's like $100 and some dollars, $119, something like that a month for boss mode. Don't freak out. So I'm gonna tell you who I spend under $40 a month. I'm gonna get back at you. But if you're not on the pro where you get unlimited credits, then I think you only get like 20 credits a month or something like that. I'm gonna give you extra credits, and the credits goes towards the word count or the characters that you're creating, essentially. Hope that makes sense. Okay. So much awesomeness in this, right? There's just so much to absorb. And I know it's a lot. I'm actually going to be creating some YouTube videos that better explains this in a lot clearer way. It's hard to do it live because Jarvis can be funky, but I'm going to let you know my secret. All right. So you get, when you become, let's see if I can pull up. Let me see. Really quick. Hold on. One second. All right, let's see if we can pull up the pricing. I don't know if I can pull up the pricing. Let's see. Jarvis pricing? I don't know, because I've been a member for so long. Here we go. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so here it is. Again, you can try it out for 7 days free. $29 a month gets you 200 words. So, 20,000 words. So if you sign up with my link, you get an extra 10,000 words on top of that. And you get the templates, you get unlimited user seats. Trust me, that's amazing because I'm about to tell you how to hack that. I probably shouldn't, but I will. Project folders, I'll explain what those are in a minute and all that good stuff. All right, so we have all these things. And then if you're pro, you get all these things, but you don't get boss mode. Boss mode is this one. This is the one I have. Unlimited words. You get 3 seats. Let me show you my secrets. I probably shouldn't show you my secrets, but I'm going to show you my secrets. And then I'm going to answer any more. Whoops. Wrong one. That's not the right one either. Dang it. They keep changing the, oh, there it is. They keep changing their links. Okay. So with your account, you have so many seats. There's your team. You see I have members. So my girls, these are my girls in my mastermind, we share an account. And the way we share it is by project folders. So Evie gets her own folder, I get my own folder, and Kendra gets her own folder. They pay me for their share of this, and we all get to use it. You didn't hear it from me. I be gaming the system. Oh, I'm sure they're going to love to hear that someone is doing that, but there it is. Yeah, oh God, I'm telling you, Michelle, seriously, I have tried so many, for years I've been trying to find a tool like this because as a content creator, I love creating content. Y'all know me. You know I love creating content. And after this video, I'm going to go create tons of micro content. It's what I do. But sometimes when you're creating, you get into a block, or sometimes you have to create like content that maybe you're just not comfortable creating, or like I'm not a big blogger, but you see how much I've outputted. If you go to my blog, you'll see how much I outputted in the past like week and a half since I got boss mode. It's crazy. And I'm about to even up that more. My goal is to do at least 1 article a day just to see. I want to do that for like 2 months straight and just see how that affects things. I've heard many people say that these blog posts, with the help of the SEO features and everything, have been ranking people and converting. You can also do landing pages, sales pages. Can I show you one more thing? You guys, this is like super sneak peek stuff right now. You guys are getting the sneak peek. People don't even know I have this, but I'm going to show you. I am redoing Baby Got Bot courses. Let's do it. I am redoing my website, or not my website, but I'm redoing my membership site. I have a membership, and this is my membership. Don't sign up here. It's not available yet. But as you can see, I'm creating this. All the copy, all of it was all of it. Well, not this. This was my bio, not that. All the copy is created inside of boss mode with Jarvis. So even like, I hate writing copy like that. That's what That's what I'm talking about, is like having a tool that's going to assist you in creating content that you just hate, but you know it needs to be done. Or maybe you have something for the clients, like that's legit the thing. But how do you teach Jarvis your writing style? I don't know. I think the more you use it, the more it does it with you. Again, I'm writing with Jarvis a lot of times. If you watch the demo, you saw that I got frustrated with Jarvis because it wasn't doing what I wanted. So I will often go back and like delete things. The last article that I'm literally in the middle of writing, I am like quite literally, I am writing my own, like she'll, maybe Jarvis is a girl, who knows? It will write for me, and then I'll get to a point where I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm like sitting there, and two paragraphs later I'm like, okay, now you take over, right? So we tag team. So like quite literally I'm writing a bulk of my content, but I'm telling you, it helps you get past blocks. It helps like write stuff, and then you're like, okay, I'll take over, and then I'm like, now what? And I'll let it write. So it kind of learns your style based off of that, essentially, just using it, you know. It's funny because the other day, today actually, it was right. Sometimes it'll write, if you're writing a blog post, it'll figure out you're writing a blog post. It'll write like the outro of the blog post and be like, hey, I'm so-and-so. And it like throws in some nonsense name. It won't use your name. And it was like, hey, I'm Mike Alton, and I love doing this. And I was like, Mike's one of my friends, and he's like a real human that I know. But I was like, how did he know? How does Jarvis know? You know, it's crazy. So you can it's so true. This is so funny. You can make him emulate Gary Vee, Oprah Winfrey, Tony Robbins if you want. Yes, by just putting in the tone of voice, right? You pick the thing that you want it to do. Yeah, if you want, you could bring a blog post up and you can kind of reformat it and do some SEO to it. But I'm going to tell you, don't think of this as a rewriter. There's been plenty of people who are like, well, can I take someone else's blog post and like rewrite it? Or they'll be like, can I take an old blog post and rewrite it? And we all know what's really going on. Don't do that. It's not really made for that. Like there are tools let me show you really quick. Something else that it does that I think is pretty cool. Let me take you down real quick. Let's go back to Jarvis. One of the templates that they have in here that's pretty cool is you can actually, if we go to blogs, there's a content improver. So you can put up to 600 characters. So here's like a piece that I put in here, and I want it to be inspiring. So let's generate. And it's going to generate improvements to content. So maybe you write content and you're like, I don't know, I think it could be better, or maybe it's overcomplicated, or whatever that is. You can throw it into this and it's actually going to write something for you, and then you can pick and choose, and you might like it better. Something else that could help in that aspect of kind of rewriting stuff is they have one called Explain. I think it's under new. Let's go to new. Here, Explain to a Child, which is kind of cool, but it's actually based off of grade level. And you know how a lot of times they'll say, well, you should not write stuff past like a certain grade level, because the average person, it's like, especially like sales pages and stuff, you want it to be so easy. It's not like you want to dumb it down necessarily, but you want it to be really easy to comprehend and to scan and get it. Unless it's like a book or something, then you can, do that. So I could say, well, I don't want it to be, I want people from the 8th grade level to understand this. And so, I don't have anything in here. It's just an example. But anyway, so I could put that in here and it's going to output something. So let's find something to put in there. We'll put this, let's put this in there. So see, I put too many characters, but it will rewrite whatever I put in there. We should do something that I've never done before and have it translate for us, so that it's going to rewrite, give you some other options. So yeah, you can do stuff like that. Let's say input in English, let's output in Spanish. I've never done this. I do not know if this even works, but why not? And it's going to explain it to a child in another language. So that's fun. And we have formality here too. Let's go all the way up. There it is in Spanish. There you go. So there's a lot of templates in here. So even if you get the $29 a month thing just to mess with it, I'm telling you, this Ada thing, I have used it so many times. It's bananas. Like, it is crazy how much I can do in here. I use that thing all the time. And there's a lot of stuff in here. Sentence expander, write a creative story, headlines, there's stuff for ads, help with Facebook ads. Let's see what else. Marketing angles, persuasive bullet points, testimonial helper, photo post captions, I love the video topics. Like this has been a lifesaver for me. Email subject lines, personalized cold emails. There's all your SEO meta stuff, Pinterest pin titles, real estate listings, text summarizer, core answers, engaging questions. I'm actually using that quite a bit now. Business or product name, like get some ideas for your product name. Poll questions, multiple choice answers. Okay, so you get the idea here, right? Like it's banana. I'm telling you, when I tell you it's bananas, I mean it. Okay. Are there any other language supported, or is it just plain to add other, like, did you see? I think I already answered this by showing you. There are so many languages, it's bananas, like all the languages. I don't know how accurate they are because I only speak English, but certainly if you're dual lingoed, then give it a try. Jarvis reads almost every article on the web and puts for AI to better be able to speak human. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how it does that. It used to create lots of content from my affiliate program, including captions, emails, landing pages during the last summit. Super helpful. Absolutely. Okay. So, I actually used it for the Content Marketing Power Up. For those of you who know, I did a full month challenge with Evie, and every day we did a live video, and every single live video had to have a description and a hook and everything, right, for posting all the places, just like this one has the description, which by the way was written by Jarvis. I used Jarvis and I was able to do that full week's worth of content in like 20 minutes. It was so good, and I was able to create emails and just so much content that's involved in challenges and stuff like that. So amazing. So as we wrap up, geez Louise, I have plenty of time, but if you'd like to ask questions, do that now. We could play with it if you want to see a feature and see how it works besides the one that, oh, poor Kendra, I was in her project. I was wondering why that looked that way. Sorry. We could play with it if you'd like, but it's amazing what Jarvis can do. I'm such a big fan of it. I know that $119 can be pricey, and I want to address something really quick because it comes up in the Facebook group all the time. And that's, if you can't monetize it, I'm like, don't use the tool if you can't make money off of it. Yeah, I get it. But I hate when people say that. Can I just get on while you guys bring your questions in, can I just get on a soapbox really quick and say, like, don't get on people's ass because they don't want to pay $100 a month for a tool. Okay. And I shouldn't be saying this to you right when I'm trying to convince you that this is worth it, but it is, because I'm literally writing a book about agencies and knowing your costs. And knowing your costs is one of the most important things in the world. So and I see it in the ManyChat community. I see it in the Jarvis community. Everywhere I go where it's like a tool, people will always say, well, it's so expensive, I can't afford it. And it's like, fine. I get why other people in the group could get frustrated. They'll be like, well, if you're not monetizing it, then, then you're stupid or whatever. And like, they come with a really condescending tone. And I just want to explain to people that, number one, not everyone is, as fortunate as you are. And so maybe $119 is a freaking lot of money and it's just not worth it. So a couple of things. If you are one of those people who are shouting at people, well, you should be smarter and make money, shut up. And number two, if you are someone who is struggling with the payments of it, couple of things. I would highly recommend all businesses audit their finances at least once a quarter. You'd be amazed at how much you could kick out and save, and then you can go get new shiny objects that are awesome like this. Number two, you could do the hack that I already mentioned that I'm not going to mention again because I don't want to get in trouble with Jarvis. Sharing is caring. And then it's way less expensive. It's like $40 a month if you use all 3 seats. And number three, brainstorm ways on how you can monetize. So as much as I tell people to shut up when they're like all over people's ass about like, well, if you can't make money off it, you're an idiot. The thing is, like, yes, these are business tools. And if you can brainstorm ways to actually monetize it, then it's worthwhile. But I, for one, am absolutely on board with not using tools you're not going to use. So if you don't think this is a valuable tool, if you don't see yourself using it, or maybe bringing on a VA or someone else to help you create content for various reasons, then don't buy this. But if you want to start creating more content, blog content for your website is so important for search ranking. If you help, and with that, let's brainstorm really quick some ideas on how you can monetize this tool. Let's say you are a consultant that helps businesses with video editing, like you're a YouTuber that helps with video editing, or just helping your client have videos, because a lot of businesses need to be on places like YouTube because it's going to help them rank higher. Well, then let's say they're just not good at coming up with things. One of the services you can do is, number one, when they pay you, you can recommend that they get a teleprompter, and then and teach them how to use it. And then number two, write the scripts for them. Make it so easy for your clients to create video, and say, here's the script for this week. Go ahead and shoot the video, create that process for them. Send it to me and I'll edit and put it on your YouTube. That right there is an amazing service you can make a lot of money for, right? You can do content packages where you say, like go to Fiverr, or better yet, do it as a service offering on your own website. You'll make more money. And you could say, hey, I will sell you a package of blogs for this amount of money, or I will do product descriptions for you for this amount of money, or, I will give you 100 blog ideas for this amount of money, whatever. The point is there are a lot of ways to monetize this. So if you want to use this tool, but you're stuck on getting ideas, then I would highly recommend you use the 7-day free trial. Jump in and just look at what's available to you. Because if you are a service provider, and I would love to know what it is that you do, go ahead and shout it out in the comments. How do you make your money, whatever. And I could probably we could shout out some ideas on how you could utilize this tool right now. That being said, I have asked you to ask questions and stuff. So let me scan through. Do you write bot copy with Jarvis? I do not. And I've had that question come up. I'm so glad you asked. As of right now, I have not used Jarvis to write bot copy, because bot copy is very different than regular copy. Bot copy is highly conversational and it's very short. Personally, I would prefer to write the bot copy myself. I haven't tested it out, but again, I don't know. I just think bot copy is very, very different. So as of right now, I have not used it. Now, if I start finding a way to use it and I'm like falling in love, I will come and do a live show about it. But as of right now, because it's so different than regular copy like blogs and sales pages and such, I kind of do that myself still. Missed the start, but what about website? I'm so glad you brought this back up. Let me just remind you that, let me unlock this really quick. Are we unlocked? Cool. Okay, let me show you this baby got bot courses. This entire website so far has been written in Jarvis. So this whole thing was written in Jarvis. I'll just leave that up if you want to read it real quick, while I read your comments. Let me remove this. And there's more too. Just if you go to this website for, like you see, it's Baby Got Bot Courses. It's not technically a live active workshop, so don't sign up for anything. It won't be launched until like another month. I love that you keep it real with all your advice. I try to keep it real. Like I'm here to support agencies and businesses. I don't need you wasting your money. If this is not for you, then don't do it. But it is an amazing tool that I've been obsessed with. So obviously, yes, monetization all day. Like I've had so many ideas on how I could do this. Can you go over how to use this free for 7 days and use the 10,000 credits again? So just sign up with my link. And if you are doing the $29 level, then you only get access to these guys, everything here except the long form. So you could play with a lot. I mean, even with just these, if you're not quite ready, let's say, okay, let's go back to this idea of monetization. And you're like, I'm not quite there yet. I don't have the clients to support paying this much a month, but I could pay $29. Can I still make money doing this? Absolutely you can, because there's still a lot of things that you can use that are going to do a lot for you in terms of monetization. You could still use all the YouTube stuff. You could still use all the ad content stuff. You could still use all the stuff for websites and blogs. Like there's some blog stuff that can at least help you get going with outlines and, all these stuff. There's the frameworks, obviously, big fan of frameworks. The Ada is my favorite. You can create, where's the Instagram one? Right here, photo captions for, what is your post about? I don't know. Let's see. My post is about traveling to San Diego with my family because I love doing that. And we're going to call this, what am I? I am friendly. So I can literally sell, like I could say, hey, tell me 3 things that your blog post is about. Like, or the client, you could say to the client, I'll give you 5 or 3. We'll do 3 things. I'll like describe them for you. You tell me what your thing's about, whatever. And you can come up with them, whatever. So the point is like, there's so many things that you can monetize. So with the $29 one with the 10,000 credits, the 7 days free is separate from the 10,000 credits. 7 days, go try it out. And you could try Boss Mode out for free. Go try it out. If you like it, you sign up. If you are using the 7-day trial and then after 7 days, first of all, again, let me remind you, 7 days is separate from 10,000. If you use the 7 days, then you can use Boss Mode for 7 days. Play with it. Have fun. Go freaking crazy and fall in love, which you might. And then you're like, I'm going to sign up. If you sign up for Boss Mode, which is their biggest package, then you don't worry about 10,000 credits free. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to get unlimited credits. Go you. If you decide, okay, I tested out, I love it, but maybe I'm not quite there yet. I just want to get the lowest package. You get 20,000 credits with that package, but you'll also get 10,000 free credits from me with the low package. So that's how it breaks down. Is the trial for it is, yeah. You get the trial for everything. Just try it out. Fall in love. It's amazing. So yeah, so I'm a big fan. Again, my process, just to recap really quickly what my process is number 1, I'm going to go in and I'm going to get, if I'm starting from scratch, I don't have my own title or topic or whatever. I'm just like, I don't know what to write about. I'm going to go into the templates and I'm going to have Jarvis give me title or topic ideas. Then I'm going to go into Boss Mode and I'm going to say, give me an outline about this or write me a brief. Then I'm going to put the brief in, put the title in, and I'm going to say, write me an intro paragraph about this, command enter, and then it's going to write. Okay, then I'm going to take my thing and I'm going to just let it go. Command J, boom, and it's just going to write. Then I'm going to take all that content, put it into Grammarly, clean it up, check it for plagiarism. If you want to use another third-party tool for checking for plagiarism, doing more SEO that's better suited for that, you do you. I just happen to be a Grammarly Pro person. I should be really close to my mic so you can actually hear what I'm saying instead of leaning back. And so I just prefer it. And then whatever you want to do with the content at that point. Are you using it for video scripts? Great. Go shoot your video. Are you using it for your blog? Cool. Then go put it on your blog. Are you using it for a podcast? I plan on starting to re-record all my blog posts and restructuring them into podcasts and doing podcasts with them. Why not? The content is there. So yeah, lots of cool things. I can see that there's only 17 people left on the show. We're going to start wrapping it up. But if before we leave, you wanted to throw in, hey, this is what I do. How can I monetize this? And you want to brainstorm that? I'm going to give you guys a couple minutes and we can do that as well. Pretty freaking amazing. In the very least, check out the trial. Give it a try. If you see any kind of value in this. I have tested so many other tools and nothing compares to this. As soon as I started using it, and this is before Boss Mode was even a thing, I started playing with the IDA and the other little templates in there. And I loved it. I was like, oh, I can use this, especially when I'm in the middle of challenges or creating guidebooks and stuff where, I have to create a lot of content from emails to social media posts and stuff. It has saved me a lot of time. But now that we have Boss Mode, my mind is blown on how fast I can output. But I just want to remind you, you're the human. You still bring your style, your input, and you still control that process. And the more that you step in and you're like, well, I'm going to do this, or I'm going to write a little bit here, you're going to find that the output is going to be much better, especially if you do that outline and do all your research with stats. And again, I want to remind you that anytime that Jarvis says to you or writes something like, George Washington said, Google it. And make sure that George Washington said that. I'm going to tell you something kind of silly. So I write about chatbots. If you went to my Medium account, by the way, again, I want to invite you to go to, let me go there really quick. Go to my Medium account and check out my last 7 posts have been written with Jarvis. But I was writing this, let me find it, this one, The Beginner's Guide in History and Application of Chatbots, right? So this I wrote with Jarvis, and Jarvis writes this part. Let me find about the history, right? It was really crazy. It might be in here. There was one that I wrote where he was saying how Socrates, it's not this one. So I think it was Aristotle was the first to come up with it was for artificial intelligence. I gotta find it. It was quite interesting. It might have been this one. And I was like, what? It hasn't been around that long. That's crazy. This has got to be fake news. All right, here we go. The history of artificial intelligence dates back to ancient times when Greek philosopher Aristotle purportedly created the first known written dialogue for artificial intelligence. Okay, so I read this and I was like, yo, that's fake news. That is not real. And I Googled it and it turned out it was real. I was like, dang. So I found it very interesting. So anytime, and even like this stuff in here about IBM's Deep Blue became the first computer chess playing system. And then, I just double check all that. If they're giving you any kind of stats, double check it. I found that the stats are not generally accurate, which is interesting. If you ever see a link, test it. So far, every link that Jarvis gives me has been a dead end. I'm just saying, test stuff, right? That was awesome. I just wrote a blog post script and thought, hey, I could keep this up. I know I see the light, right? Exactly. Like when I got boss mode about a week ago and I showed you guys, if we go back to my dashboard, you could see where I signed on. This was the day I signed on to boss mode. I was in the regular pro account and then this was the day right here. And you could see I've been nonstop ever since. Like literally I am producing a ton of content. This isn't even, look at all this content here. It's crazy. There's that beginner's guide, business applications, all that. This is all help with the help of Jarvis. So once you play with it and like kind of figure out how to use it best for your own style, like I mentioned at the very beginning, this is how I do it. It doesn't mean it has to be the way you do it. It's just a jumping off point. Just keep in mind, and I'm going to move my little head up here and show you. You see the pro tip? When you come in here, use this. Use the boss mode, just play with it, right? You could tell Jarvis what to do. It's going to give you all of these frameworks of what you can do. It makes it super easy to understand how to play with Jarvis. And then the other thing is to know your commands, which again, short code commands right here. It's all right there for you. It's all super easy. It's in your face. You're all set. So try it out. Try it for 7 days. Go play with it. And then if you like it, I'm telling you, do you do videos? Are you like a video person like me? Use it for scripting. Do you help clients with their content? Use it for client work. Do you want to create higher ranking blog posts on your website? Do it for that, or all of the above. If you want to start a podcast, do that. I mean, like, it's going to make your output so much better. It's crazy. Oh my God, thanks. It works in my language, Romanian. This should make my copywriting easier. I have to ask you, Facebook user. I know sometimes when it's in the Facebook group, we don't know who you are. I apologize. Was it accurate? Because I only speak English. It's accurate in English, but is it accurate in your language? I'm very curious. Or did you have to make like a lot of changes? I would be very interested to know. How has using boss mode driven traffic to your monetized product services? So I haven't quite measured that yet. Obviously you saw I just started July 11th. And I haven't been measuring it. I've been just too busy writing stuff, but I'm telling you right now that like I'm in the middle of writing a book that I will be selling. And then you saw my landing page for my upcoming launch, which was written. So I'll know more as that happens. I haven't looked at my data since then in terms of web traffic and stuff. Right now, it's just more of like, let me create a whole bunch of stuff and then test. But I have seen people in the Facebook group for this product where they've said, well, we've already seen our clients convert more people because of the landing page copy that we're using and stuff. So people are finding that it is monetizing and converting. But in terms of way I plan on monetizing it, because I do chatbot consulting. I don't sell services currently. I mean, I do some chatbot builds, but that side of my business has been closed off this year because, side note, I've been homeschooling little children. So I couldn't take a lot of clients. Now I'm revamping, but I don't know if I really want to go back into services. That's just not me. I did it for years. So as I move forward, I'm going to be looking at monetizing in ways of, first of all, creating content that drives people to my YouTube videos, to my, just helps with my SEO and just overall branding. But then also creating products like books, ebooks, guidebooks, that sort of thing that's going to help people and get people ideally into my membership program. So that's kind of where I see this helping me personally, but every business structure is going to be quite different. So depending on your business, what your goals are, obviously you saw there's kind of use cases for everything. So hopefully that's helpful. Okay, so I feel like we've done it. I've shown you around. I even showed you some little tricks that no one really talks about on how you could save money and everything. Give it a try. 7 days free. Play with it. Sign up for the 7 days and literally spend a day just fudging around in there. Your mind's gonna be blown, honestly. And then if you find that you can't afford it yet or whatever, no judgment. I get it. Like I said, like I'm not gonna be one of those people who are like, oh, you should be able to pay for this. We all got so many tools, but I'm gonna tell you, if you want it and you're not quite there, then get the lower one. Figure out how you monetize those things. Build some clients in using this tool, and then move on up. Right? Let's go. Exactly. Antonio, I love that. So thank you so much for joining me today for this special time. I hope that you enjoyed today's presentation. And this has been Let's Get Nerdy, where I love sharing with you nerdy things like this. Like, it doesn't get much nerdier than AI. Like I mentioned, you can try the trial link is actually in the description. There's also, I think, a link to Grammarly. That's not an affiliate link. This one is an affiliate link. I appreciate you using my affiliate link because that's awesome. But if you want to try Grammarly as well, I'm a huge fan of Grammarly. This isn't the Grammarly show, but I love it. And what else? I think that's it. I will be back next week on Wednesday, probably at my normal time at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And I'm excited to share with you more nerdy things here on the Let's Get Nerdy show. And if you do go check out my blog, leave a comment. Let me know what you think, because I'm pretty freaking impressed with the output that Jarvis has helped me with. It's kind of amazing. And come back and let me know in the comments, how has it been helping you? Did you try the 7 days? What did you think? What did you learn? It's amazing. It's bananas, and I appreciate you. So thanks for joining me. I'm going to leave you with a little jam, a little music, a little jam to end your Wednesday afternoon, and ways that you can connect with me if you have further questions. Thanks, everyone.